Hello everybody, I'm Donna from Purple Pinky Promises. I am gonna wait for people to hop on, and so if you're seeing this, say hello so I know that you're here. Yeah, I do need that. Hello everybody. Anybody here? I'm thinking I might want to go grab my watercolor paper. I'm going to go grab some watercolor paper. We might try some of that. Give it a whirl. Might as well. Hello everybody. Yay, hi Pam, hi Lindy. Hi Linda. Yay. Okay, great. Today I am, some of you may or may not be interested, but I am playing with the BetterPress today. And I'm going to talk about how we are here at Purple Pinky Promises. We're joining the BetterPress Society. And we're going to give it a whirl from July to December. And I am going to talk more about that towards the end. But for those of you who do have a BetterPress machine, the plates and all of that, you probably already know. But for those of you who are on the fence, I kind of want to talk to you about how if you're interested in glimmer at all, and if you're interested in BetterPress, you're not sure which one to start with, you're interested in both, but you can't do both, I say start with BetterPress. First of all, it's a lower price point, okay? And the plates that you buy for the BetterPress are gonna work in a glimmer. So once you're ready to buy a glimmer machine, you've already got plates that work for it, and you can get a completely different look. So, I kind of want to show you what I mean by that with a couple of things here. So I said I was going to talk about this at the end. I can save it for the end, but I'm going to do it now because it's fresh on my brain, and then we can get it out of the way and we can kind of create and not have to worry about it anymore. Okay, so what I mean by that, I've got a couple of plates here. These work in your BetterPress, but they also work with glimmer. So we've got these two images. This is a burlap image, and this is a wood grain image. Okay, so here I've taken some craft paper, and this one's a little bit darker, this is a little lighter, but I've taken craft paper, and I have inked this up with some brown Catherine Pooler ink. I believe that one was Macchiato that I inked it up with, and now we have a glimmer with the same plate, and this is with copper. Okay, that was the burlap. And now, here's something really cool that I did with this. So this is with pewter. It's also a craft paper. And so I did this one in, this was in the pewter, yes, pewter glimmer paper, the glimmer foil. Sorry, the foil is pewter. The foil on this was copper, excuse me. So pewter, same plate with some tailored expressions, sugared cube, white ink. Look at that. That turned out so nice. Now I will tell you that these, of course, are not any kind of BetterPress paper, and they worked just fine. The only difference is you're just gonna get like a stamp instead of an impression. There's not really a deep impression with it at all because they're not BetterPress papers, but they worked. So you can use your papers, any kind of papers. Here's another example. This is, I'm forgetting what color this paper is. This is a Concord 9th. I'm trying to remember, but anyway, and I can't remember the ink anyway, but this is Catherine Pooler inks on here. It starts with an M. I can't think of it, but anyway, how gorgeous is that with just green cardstock, a different darker shade of green on there, and oh, how beautiful. And then this is another plate. I'll just show you this, that green floral plate is this. And I don't think I pulled out my stone one, did I? No, I didn't bring in the stone plate. I did, yay. Maybe, yes, I did. So this one is called Stonewall. It's inventive. Aren't these beautiful? And this is with, this background is also a Concord 9th. I can post it all. I can't guarantee it's gonna get done tonight, but I can post all of this in the description. It'll probably be later this weekend before I can actually get to it. I'm like going crazy right now, but really gorgeous. This pewter foil is absolutely beautiful and stunning with this cardstock. So just an FYI, don't be shy in using them with regular cardstock. It works, and it works beautifully. Okay, so we had a try it before you buy it event here 2 weeks ago. This Saturday will be 2 weeks ago. And those were some of the things that I demoed and we played with. And one of the most stunning discoveries that we made, and everybody was really, really impressed, was with these Catherine Pooler inks. And I want to demonstrate that for you today. I will hopefully be able to make a card. Like I said, I have a lot of things on my plate right now. So I want to use this absolutely beautiful press plate. This is a press and foil plate, and it even says it right here that, oh, thank you, Pam, and thank you, Lindy. They are BetterPress compatible. So these are products that Altenew have come. A lot of companies are coming out with the BetterPress plates that you can actually use, and so they're usable for both, and this is really, really nice. So we're going to create a background. I am actually going to also test it with some watercolor paper tonight. I thought, I'm just going to do it because we just need to try all the things. So let's get this plate, and let's get this rolling. I have decided I want to do a rainbow with this. We have some other really gorgeous things that we did with this, but I do want to tell you before I start, your BetterPress comes with a plate. It comes with some sentiments, and you can get started right. It also comes with the cardstock that they it's created specifically for the BetterPress machine to give you that impression. But like I said, we're going to try watercolor paper too to see how much of an impression and how nice the ink works with it and that sort of thing. So without further ado, I'm going to get set up and ready to go with my BetterPress. So one of the things that I just kind of want you to know is that you can set your plate down however you like it on here. I'm going to turn this around, actually. So I'm going to set this on here, and it has marks for an A2 and an A7. So your 5x7 versus your 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so I've kind of got it in where I want it and what I want it to look like. I'm going to place my piece of cardstock on here. It doesn't have to be in the registration marks. It can be wherever I want it to fall. If I want it to go up further, if I want it to come down further, I can do whatever I want. I can place it in there. And so the next thing I want to do is I want to take some tape, And just to work this, you get tape in your BetterPress. So when you buy the BetterPress machine, which is this is the chase, and the plate in here, which is what I'm gonna hook it up with here in just a second. It comes with some shims. So when you're, sometimes you might need a little bit more of an impression. Oh, you know what? I decided I didn't like these. You know what, guys? I did something completely different for our event. Forgive me. I instead decided that I was going to, sorry. Is this the way? Why is that backwards? Because it goes this way. Haha. So I am taking some tape. Whoops. If I could open it, that'd be great. I'm taking some removable adhesive, and I'm putting it directly on my plate. It's not getting much on there. There we go. And I'm putting it in the center, and it rolls right off. It's not a big deal, but it will adhere it for the purpose of which I need it for. So I do like that better. I discovered that. So now we're going to pick it up like we would pick up a stamp. And now it's pressed. You can even see that it's pressed. And it's going to pick it up. I'm going to take this off. And now it will be ready for us. It's placed exactly how I want it. And here we go. I don't have my mini inks with me. I have my full ink pads. And so I just want to say, this makes a case for your minis. I think it would be easier to do what I'm about to do with the minis. Oh, I just realized I need, do I need it? If I need it, I'll get up and get it. I'm gonna start with my lightest color here. I'm gonna create a rainbow with this flower. And so I am going to use my colors to create the blend of a rainbow. So starting with yellow, because it's lightest, I don't want to cross over any colors, other colors into it. I'm going to take my limoncello, and I'm just going to kind of place it where I think I can do the crossover of this color best. Now, next I'm going to go in with Samba. And I'm gonna, because it's darker, I can go in and I'm gonna go over with some Samba, and I am just gonna take it into that yellow. Now I will be blending this out, and now I'm gonna go in with all that jazz. So I'm going to take this, and I think I need a little bit more yellow. So I'm gonna take my yellow, I'm just gonna kind of tap it here. I may not be leaving myself enough room for my purple and my blue, but that's okay. That's all right. We don't have to do a true. So I'm gonna go here for my green. There's a little on there. Yeah, we're good. I do want to leave a little bit of my purple at the bottom. So now we're gonna go with some more Samba. No, I'm gonna do it all. Yep, gonna go for it all here. We're gonna get what we get, folks. Right? And I can see I went too far down into there. I pressed it. That's the one thing you need to know, is that these are foam. So if you're pressing too hard, you're gonna get it into the in-betweens. And I have some in-betweens here, which we can just cover it with the sentiment. It's not a big deal. But I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna cover this. Oh, I don't wanna put the blue in there. So I'm just gonna do this. I don't want to get the blue in my Samba. So you know what? I'm going to wipe that off, and I'm going to go with a completely different color here. I'm actually going to take, I changed my mind. I'm not blending. I am going to go in here with some Flirty Fuchsia. Instead of going back in there with some Samba, I'm just gonna go in Flirty Fuchsia and just kind of pick that up, just gently tapping. And now we're gonna take our brushes and blend. It's pretty, it's gonna be pretty. So here we go. I am gonna take my Samba and I'm just gonna kind of blend that into the yellow a little bit so that we don't have harsh lines. So it's gonna be a little softer there. And now I'm gonna take my blue here, and I'm just gonna kind of blend it into the yellow just a little. So I'm just blending so we don't have harsh lines. I may take that up a little too. Bringing it down, and now I'm gonna take, let's see, I need some, oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Should I take my blue? Guys, my colors are gonna be all messed up. My brush colors are gonna be like, what did you just do to us? I sure did mess them up. I advise, let's see, what can I do? What can you do? I'm just gonna do this. It's gonna mess up my brush, but oh well. I think I can wipe it off. I've got an issue, guys, so sorry. I'm about to fall. Oh, because I have something leaning. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on. Sorry about the earthquake. There we go. Oh! I'm just gonna take this off as best as I can. Cleaning that brush. That way don't contaminate it too bad. So give me a moment. I'm gonna do something different. I'm not gonna do a rainbow on the other one. I'm gonna do a solid when we test out the watercolor paper. So now I can have my brushes as close to the colors they're intended. Okay. Y'all know how I am about that kind of stuff. If you've ever come here, I'm like, no, don't cross that over. It's almost as bad as cutting ribbon. Almost. That is a major violation. Use your paper scissors for paper and your ribbon scissors for ribbon. All right, here we go. I'm excited for this. So now this is magnetic, so it just kind of immediately latches on. And now I'm gonna move stuff out of the way. And by the way, I used Samba, All That Jazz, Limoncello, and Flirty Fuchsia. This is gonna be interesting, to say the least. One thing you want to not do is touch anywhere in here when you're picking up your plate. We're just gonna set it over here, and I'm gonna bring in my, excuse me, my nose. Whew. I'm gonna bring in my, you can use, bringing in my die cut machine. You can also use, excuse me, your big kick can be used for this. Yeah, there's a number of things that can be done. So I don't have much room over here. I got a little more room over here, so I'm just sliding this in. I'm not touching down the plate yet, and I don't actually even have to do it at all. I can just push it in, and then I start moving my plate through, and it will take care of itself. And the same thing when I'm taking this out. I don't need to do, I'm gonna move this. Moving this over so I can get it out. There we go. So now I just want to take it out like this. That's for your best results. Pop this up. And now I'm just going to take my plate, pull it up, and look at that, you guys. Have you ever seen anything so beautiful? I am telling you, these inks are a game changer. Game changer. So, so pretty. That's gorgeous. So now let's clean up our plate and let's try the watercolor paper. I want to see what we get with that. So I'm going to clean these up. Oh my goodness, it didn't even make an impression into the indentation, so we were safe. It turned out so pretty. Okay. So now, gotta get this plate good and clean. And may just spritz with some water here. That way we can get down in the grooves like we want to. Okay. Yes, that's what I needed. So the reason I say don't touch is we have a little bit of play here. So you got to be really careful with that. That's why, you know, I don't recommend rolling it back through a second time. I recommend one time only. If your impression isn't what you wanted, you can try taking it back to it. It's still in the spot that it should be, but just know that if you don't get what you want, I mean, I've taken it back and I've been fine with taking it back after I've made one impression and I wasn't happy, but there's a slight bit of movement in here that if you hit or tap anything, you just have to make sure you're not touching, you're just keeping it where it needs to be on the sides of the plate only. Okay, let's do this again. I'm going to play with, thank you. Thanks, Linda. I think I'm going to go with I think I'm going to go all Flirty Fuchsia with this. I like that color. That's a pretty color. Yeah, that's the color I'm going with. I'm going to do just a Flirty Fuchsia, and I'm not even going to cut my paper. I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm not pressing, I'm tapping. And if you so choose, you can pick up, wipe off any excess around here that you would like. And look what I did. I forgot about my plate, but that's okay because I have an extra long piece of paper. And honestly, folks, I don't even think you need to do this beforehand. I don't even think it's necessary. Whoops, I just took some up. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna put some more of that temporary adhesive on here. I think it's still quite sticky enough, but I'm not taking any chances. This will roll right off, like I said. And I'm going to just pop this on here, like so. So now I know I'm gonna be fine. Whoops, got ink on it. What do you imagine that? Okay, here we are. Not touching it from the top, only on the bottom, the sides, and on the handle. I'm gonna roll it through. I just push it in and it just automatically does all the work for me. I don't have to push it down or anything. I just slide it in and it's perfectly fine. This is Strathmore watercolor paper. And let's see what we get for an impression with this. I'm curious. Let's total experiment. That's really pretty. My plate was still wet, so I have some running. I inked it up while it was still wet, so that's my bad. That's not anything to do with the paper or the ink or anything like that. So, but that turned out really, really pretty. Let's check out impression-wise what it has. It does give it an impression. It's really nice. And I think it's quite compatible. So there you go, folks. Really pretty. I shouldn't have popped my ink on there while it was still wet. My apologies to do that. But I still have, like, I could make, yeah. This is so pretty, you guys. Ah, I love that. Gorgeous. Anyway, and this turned out pretty too. I'm happy with that. I feel like my colors are a little bit more vibrant on the Spellbinders cardstock. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm doing a comparison of the colors, and I just think this just absorbs a little bit better, but it's still very pretty and still very impressive on this watercolor paper. It's cheaper. That's why I'm experimenting with that. The BetterPress paper is a little pricey, so it was kind of nice to do that comparison. See, I spritzed mine with water, and I got some water in places that I didn't quite get wiped up. That's what happened. My bad. So let's clean that up. And yay. Now, the one thing you're going to have to get used to is all the mess. It's messy. It's a messy thing. Your plates are going to stain. I do recommend using an archival ink cleaner after you've used black. So I will tell you that if you've watched me do the lives with the hi Kelly, BetterPress. When I was doing the calendar, I've been using the VersaFine Clair and it works just fine. I'm pretty sure the Catherine Pooler would also work just fine. As a matter of fact, I have it out. Let's try the Catherine Pooler when we do our sentiment. So I've decided I am gonna go ahead and create a card. So I'll clean this up here later. Whoa, look at that. I am capable of making big messes. And my hands are just ridiculous right now. Okay. Whew, that's a mess. If I've ever seen one. Right now, I am leaving this as is. I'm gonna go grab that Catherine Pooler Midnight ink. It's an archival ink. That's kind of why I think it is gonna be just fine. This needs to be dried. Let's come back this way. Alrighty, let's do this. There you are. So this is our little plate. We're gonna use this. It's a little banner that says, thanks, birthday wishes, I adore you, it's your day, celebrate you, made with love. So the nice part is it's one plate. And this little die will cut out all the sentiments all at once. So you get a one pass. I'm gonna pop this here. Try to get that centered. So give me a moment, I'm just kind of eyeing it. The nice part is the grid lines help you get it centered. I think that's good. I'm gonna grab another piece. I'm just gonna go with, I have these little scraps in here, smaller scraps, so I'm just gonna use one of these smaller scraps. Get it straight. straight to me. Pick it up. My plate's really sticky, so clean it off with some rubbing alcohol. All right, I picked it up. That's what I was supposed to do a while ago. And now I can ink this up. So let's ink it up. Yeah, I'm always messy. So I'm tapping it very, very lightly. And that's to avoid ink going everywhere. I mean, it feels like I've done it its justice. Okay, let's put this over here. This is fun, I like experimenting. So let's get this going. And if we decide we don't want it, we can run it through again. Rolling it through. And I'm picking this up from the sides and underneath instead, putting this down, and I'm gonna pick it up for a nice reveal. And I might have had it too, I hope my die fits in there. That's, and my birthday wishes is kind of meh, because I didn't stamp it very good. But we have sentiments to work with. And I'm gonna go for it. So we're done with our plate. I am gonna roll this off real quick because I just don't want to put that on my plate when I run it through. I don't want it on my die cut plates. So try that again. Make sure I get all that adhesive off there. I don't want it on my plate. Okay, that's nice. So now all of these are gonna go on here. Just to the left. There. Lining it up. I'm gonna tape it down. I did use the Spellbinders cardstock. Where's my tape? There it is. I'm just gonna pop this here. And put that there. Let's roll this through. Our plates. I'm halfway on the mat and halfway off. That's why I'm getting all that wiggling. Sorry about that, guys. All right. And now, our grand reveal. We are going to use this with our, we're going to use that with this. I think this turned out nice. Let's see. Let's do Celebrate You or It's Your Day. How about that? It's your day. I like that. That's really pretty. Woo woo. Okay. I thought about looking for a ribbon to tie. And I guess I have this clear ribbon. I grab some of it. Where's my ribbon scissors are missing. Y'all. Okay. So this white sheer, and I am gonna just play. So the whole point of BetterPress is to simplify your card making. So let's get this all out of the way. How's that? And I just think with a ribbon, and the nice part about this is that the ribbon is sheer, so we don't lose any of our image, so we can still see it. And I have this sticky on the back of this, which is fantastic. It's gonna hold it in place for me while I'm gonna tie a bow right here along this edge. Just like so. I think I'm gonna go the other direction. Yeah, I got enough. Just making sure I have enough on this side. I think I do. I don't know, I may not. I may have to go the other direction, and I think I will. Okay, so here is this. Let's take our bow. I'm gonna turn it around because for my sake, it's just easier if I have it that direction. There we go. Bringing that around. Bringing this up and under. This is really, sometimes this ribbon can be fiddly, but we did it. So pretty. Oh my goodness. So pretty. I'm the kind of person that could go for a big bow, but not everybody likes a big bow, but I totally could. Take that and kind of twist it that direction. Let's pull this out just a little more. And this way. And I'm going to shore it up. Really pretty bow. I feel like it's too. Don't watch. Don't watch. I don't have my ribbon scissors out, so I'm just going to do that. And I am going to pop this sentiment right here next to this ribbon, and I think we are going to be good to go. It's nice and sheer and pretty. I really like that. And let's get some, let's pop this up, give it some dimension. It'll work with this ribbon because it's sheer and it will go towards, it will actually touch the paper because it's sheer. So there we go. I'm gonna have to fiddle with my ribbon a little bit more, but all in all. So now, oh gosh, I got some pink on my, no I didn't. That's just, oh, it's in my head. My imagination. There we go. I'll fiddle with it later. But right now, this is gonna go right here. It's gonna kind of hold it in its place. There we go. If I press it down, I didn't quite get it in the middle, but that's okay. If I press it down, it should adhere to, but it didn't. It's just adhered to the ribbon. So I'm going to sneak under here and glue that down. Just on the back side here. Hold that down. Sometimes if you take a little bit of water to your ribbon, it'll do a little bit better. But I am going to say, I'm not going to do that with this because I don't want that water to get on my image. Because if it does, it's going to mess with it. Oh, that's pretty. All right, guys, this is what we have so far. And just a few gems, and it's done. Now, the hard part is deciding what gems do we want to put on here. That's a maybe. I'm looking for my turquoise ones. That's what I'm looking for. I think that has enough contrast. It might be nice. So let's just pull some out here and see what we come up with. Yes. Just a few. Or we could go with 3 down here. That's gonna crunch if I don't get it out. Great. All right. So we could go with this here. Let's do that. And then we could do 3 more up there. That would be pretty. Or maybe this and that. I don't like that. I think I just like 3 down in the bottom, in this corner. I think I like that. It's simple. Let's keep it simple. What did I do with my jewel picker? I had it today. All right, folks, we're just using our hands. We're gonna keep it simple. And this is it. This is our card. So the card itself really didn't take as long because I did do some other demos for you. So that is kind of nice. That's the nice thing. The BetterPress is really supposed to be about making beautiful, simple card creations. And that's what we have. And I feel like my gem should have come over here just a little bit further. I'm not really crazy about it there. Oh well. I might actually end up putting some gems up in here. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Into this white space.
I didn't like it on the red.
At all.
Maybe here.
Yeah, let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, let's do that. Let's trade these two.
Bring you over like that.
I like that. That's pretty. Okay, I'm doing it.
I do have to pick you up.
And there we go. Glue this to the card. And we're done.
How is that?
You know, there we could have put some in here too. We could have put some in the centers. So that's another option if you like doing stuff like that. So I think I want to move this one just a smidgen down. My hands are all inky, so I'm afraid to touch anything. Anyway, all right. Whoop, whoop. What did I do with it? There it is. I didn't cut this down, so it's just going to be covering the full front of my card. And I'm just literally going to put my Barely Art glue right here on this ribbon. I'm going to put a little in the center. I'm going to do this. Put my glue down. And it's that simple. And yay. Uh-oh, my panel. I don't think my panel, or either my card base is wrong or my panel is wrong. I pulled out the panel, so it might be my card base that's wrong. Whoopsie. John Mack. My hands are dirty, so I'm just gonna stick this over and press it down. We'll find out if it was the panel. I may have cut a piece off of that panel, who knows? But I think that was an A2 panel. And there it is. Done. Minus that little part down at the bottom, which I can fix and adjust here in a hot minute. All right, guys. Yay. I'm telling you, that background is a showstopper, so it really does all the work. All you just really need is a sentiment, some ribbon, and some gems, and you're good to go. It's fantastic. So I wish you could see it in real life here. This ribbon is so pretty with it. It's just really sheer and pretty, and I really like that. I'll try to take a picture to make it, give it justice. All right, thanks for joining me, you guys. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week. I do want to let you know that my subscription plan to BetterPress is in progress. It is, it's been programmed. I'm trying to get it connected to the subscription plan. Thank you, Lindy. So that's all I have left to do is to get it connected. It's there. If you searched for it, it's there. You can't add it to your cart just yet. But if you have not joined the BetterPress Society and you were thinking about doing BetterPress, I would say that I would encourage you to at least start with the BetterPress, because you can get some perfect impressions nearly every time. I'm saying like 99% of the time you're going to get a perfect impression. And that's why I wanted to feature these inks to encourage you to join. Get yourself a BetterPress system and get yourself started. We are we are going to do some perks. We're going to do a kickoff party for everybody that joins the BetterPress Society with us. The BetterPress Society will start in July and it'll run through June. You do have to make a commitment. It is a subscription plan. You can cancel it after the 6 months if you're not happy. But I will be giving 10% off a BetterPress system. I believe, well, it might actually even be better than 10%. I might be giving a better discount than that to my BetterPress system. If you haven't bought a BetterPress system yet and you want to join BetterPress, once you become the member, then you can get I'm gonna say a 15% discount off of your BetterPress system. So that is something that we can do here, and it's definitely something that I encourage you to do. It'll be fun. I'm gonna have some, I won't have it every month, but probably at least we'll have a kickoff party, and we'll have a couple more BetterPress nights where those who sign up with me can come in and play with your new BetterPress plate that you'll get for that current month. I'll have some samples in here, we'll have some snacks, and we'll just have some fun. So anyway, I do encourage you to get signed up. As soon as I get that BetterPress subscription rolling, I'm hoping to get it rolling before the beginning of next week. Hopefully I can figure out what it is that I need to do to get that connected to my website. So anyway, thanks you guys. I hope you have a blessed rest of your week.